maybe you didn't do before, maybe things that changed, like what are some of the things that might have changed after your operation and like that second opportunity at life? Like, are there any things that you do before? And Edwin, he over here, Mr. Daredevil already, so it won't too much, but like it was crazy to even think about. Like, are there some things that what was your experience with everything with your lung transplant?
My experience with with the lung transplant, like, is there anything specific you mean?
No, I'm sorry, Edwin. No, I was talking to Michael.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because I was throwing. I thought he was up here. Where'd he go?
He there.
Michael's out here.
Oh. Yeah, I was just cutting them in on the stuff we were going over before we took the break, before we broke out. And I was asking him, going back to the same question we had asked you before, just trying to see something like ways his journey related with yours. Like, were there any things that Michael and himself having that second opportunity at life after his operation, like, was there anything different that is there any way that he looked at life different? Was he more adventurous, or like, is there something he maybe had picked up, a craft, like you said, like there's nothing that you can't do, and having all these other possibilities after overcoming that type of what people will see as an obstacle? Like, how has it been a new way of life for you, Michael?
He's breaking up a little bit too.
Y'all can hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. The differences, yeah, I definitely take advantage of the life that I have now. This second chance, as I like to call it at times. There's a lot less wasted time on my end, if you get what I'm saying. Earlier, like before transplant, I sit there, I'm like, oh, I can do it tomorrow, or I got time to do this, I got time to do that. But now, since like after transplant, I take advantage of the time that I have now, whether that be picking up new skills or just being able to enjoy in family. And like, I enjoyed my nephews. This past weekend, I was actually, well, not past weekend, a couple of days ago, I was actually able to run a couple of games of basketball with them at the court. And it's just moments like that that just really, it really hit home for me. Like, man, a couple months ago, I couldn't do this. Like 5-6 months ago, this would not have been possible. Even a month ago, because really, like, it's like stages of getting better, you know? Like the first month, you can't do this. Second month is even worse at doing this. It's always just up and down. But whenever I get those,
learning how to like live and go about your daily. Wow.
Exactly. It's crazy to think of all the small things that can change your whole week. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone would agree, but these small things that we take advantage of is once you can't really do them to the fullest anymore, like, wow, I'm taking this step. I'm taking a step, first of all, like going up steps. Like that's big, it's huge. And yeah, once again, it's all up and downs. This month I feel great, I feel awesome. But next month, there's times where you might get an infection or something like that. And long run, it just makes you look at it again, like, I mean, I am lucky to be doing this. If I had to go through it again, then I definitely would. But it's definitely one of the hardest things to overcome. But they say that he gives like his strongest task or things like that to his strongest warriors or whatever. And I believe that's happening. I mean, it's all written, We're meant to overcome this, we're meant to do this. So yeah, I hope I answered the question somewhere in that.
Oh, you most definitely did. Like, thank you. Like I said, I appreciate you, like, for being open with your journey in this as well. And like, so it's I applaud you guys. Are you it's definitely, and in sharing your story is definitely many ways and many directions, and it's big for you to take on, because like who you never know who could be hearing this, or like what could grow from this and your experiences. We got a future author over here, Mr. Love. So you started writing poems? What you doing? You never know.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been writing any poetry, but I have taken on some new, stuff, some new things that I'm trying out for sure. Like um I'm really big into the market right now, and trading. I've made it a career, my career move. It's And the reason why is because I like the freedom of it. You know what I'm saying? It's the perfect job environment for me, I guess you could say. I don't have to get hired. I don't have to worry about getting fired. It's a skill that no matter what happens, if I lose it all today, I can build it right back up tomorrow. So it's nothing that nobody can take from me or stop me from doing. So
Very interesting right there. Like, because so like, is there when you speak of it, are you like investing in a Bitcoin, or is there stocks? Because I think that's a whole nother level of interest in itself with you going in that direction. Like, is that something that started pre-COVID, or like how far into your journey in itself did you get involved into the market and getting, like, when did you start getting interested in that?
um I started getting interested. I mean, I guess I had to look at what I was going to be doing for the rest of my life and if I was going to be able to do it. And I mean, the Navy took care of me as far as, um, I guess you would call it a pension. But so if I don't want to work, I don't have to work. However, I don't want to, that would leave me in the same place all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be able to level up if I don't start trying to do something else. And I mean, I just don't want to do that.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Thank you for your services, Will, with that. Like, but like, is that something you are? Because I feel like is that something you were in the Navy? Like, I'm sure you had aspirations even then. Like, where was your mindset at then? Like, where did you think at your time of joining the Navy, or being fresh and new in service? I'm pretty sure you had a broader perspective of what it was to travel and be stationed in different parts of the world. So, what did you see yourself doing? What hopes did you have when enlisting? Uh, is, did you see yourself in the stock market, or is that
nah,
something you always scared?
I saw when I first enlisted, I was actually trying to go for medical. And so I became a corpsman, and which is like a nurse for the military. I mean, or a medic for the Marines or Army or whatever, mostly the Marines. And so that's what I was going to do. And then I realized at some point that, when they put us in the VA, wiping up butts and stuff like that, it wasn't the butt wiping that got me. It was just being in a hospital all the time, in a hospital setting. I just like, this isn't me. And I was, before the Navy, that's what I was going for. I was going to Morehouse, and I was trying to, graduate from there and go right into the School of Medicine. You know what I'm saying? So that was the plan. And then that didn't work out. So, But as far as marketing goes, like I heard about it before while I was in the Navy. Didn't think much of it. Like I said, I was just, enjoying what I was doing at the time. And I think I got serious about it when a friend of mine who was stationed with me at my last command and the one before that, he hopped on. I think we were FaceTiming. He hopped on his computer and started doing some stuff, looking at charts, things like that. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, I'm trading." And he started showing me like some of the money he made this week, that month. And I was like, "That's a real thing," He was like, "Yeah, man, everybody does it," like. I was like, everybody. And like, I'm thinking that everybody is trading, and now I'm the only one that don't know about this shit. Like, I'm like, that's how these fools is rich and stuff. But nah, so I looked into it, and I was like, at first I was really skeptical because everybody's like, you'll see some videos that say, don't do this and don't do that. And I kept doing my more research, and I realized, hey, this is a real thing. Big companies, people, banks, they all trade every day. It's a full-time thing, and I just had to now I'm trying to find my avenue, how to get in, and so I kept doing that, found a way in, and went through 2 academies. Still in the second one. And I just like, man, I love this. This is what I love to do. I realized, okay, this is what I want to do. And my my wife is a nurse. She's an LVN, and I was like, you know what? I got my GI Bill. I'm gonna give it to you. You go back to school to get your RN. You know what I'm saying? So that's a lot more. I don't know if anybody knows. I know somebody with a nurse or
That's
whatever.
what mean
But
all the ends.
yeah, RNs is where it's at.
Yes.
So I was like, that would be a good source of income for us, but I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So um, trading is, something that I do every day. I look at the charts almost every day. I don't trade every day, but I've been studying how to trade for about a year now, and I'm not nowhere near making the big bucks or whatever. But I can look at a chart now, and probably make some money off of it. Just anytime I look at it, you know what I'm saying?
That's amazing. That's not, it's crazy. My brother and I was just talking today because he's been getting a bit more into it, and other than a couple stocks, from here, trading maybe even through Cash App with Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about the charts, and that's a mentally a straining thing to do.
Yes.
It seems so simple, but that's an amazing ability in itself.
Yes, definitely. It sounds like it's all computer and stuff like that, but it's very mental. It's a lot of psychology involved, because think about how you feel when you go and gamble in Las Vegas. You gamble.
Numbers
Not
and
saying that it's
algorithms.
gambling, because it's not gambling at all. But in Vegas, when you go ahead and you gain $500, you're like, oh, I'm doing good. And then you turn around and try to make some more money because you think you hot, and then you lose it all, right?
Gambling. That's my uncle
Yeah.
Earl. Earl the
Hmm.
weekend.
Yep.
Gambling
See?
cards. You talking
Yep.
about
That feeling
at
of
the card
loss.
house?
Yeah. So that feeling of loss is real. That's a real feeling. And so psychologically, you have to train your mind not to have those type of feelings when going into the market. You almost got to be a zombie. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be willing to risk some money, because you're going to lose money. It's just part of it, because you can't really control the market. But
It's so crazy how that algorithm and everything works, like you said, throughout like the United States. It's bigger, like trading and the exchange. It
yeah,
goes hand in hand so well with the way our whole every foundation in itself with the United States is shaped in the world,
yeah,
with finances. And the predictions, and it is risk and gambles.
Yes.
Mathematics and algorithms. So that's very interesting.
Yes. Whenever I trade currencies.
Yeah.
So currencies is countries' money, different countries' money. So with
is that Forex?
Yeah, Forex.
Okay.
Foreign exchange. And different countries' money is always trading. Those countries are not going to stop moving money, regardless of what happens. Even if the market crashes, those countries are still trading money. And however good they're doing at the time, I guess you could say, is where their money is at, where their currency is valued at. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like you could go to Vegas or like, do you take trips to the casino every once in a while to have a good time? Is that easy for you?
I'm right down the street too, but nah, I don't though, because you know what? I can't gamble because for one, I'm not good at it, and two, my grandfather was a gambler, and he wasn't a very like smart man or whatever, but he gambled all the time, and he gambled like to the point where he would have so much. He had so much at one point, and then you would gamble it all away, and then he would somehow get it back. You know what I'm saying? And level up at that. But
that's numbers.
Yeah. He played them. And I just didn't. I was like, you know what? I don't want to play with my money like that to that point, because he died with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely nothing to give nobody, not a cent to his name. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine if he was in a stock and exchange and what he could do
or something, or put some money in some investments, some stocks early on. You say that's the different mindset I want to change for my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have that, oh, let's just play the lotto, you know what I'm saying? Or nothing against the lotto. My mom plays it too. I do it on my birthday, but like I want to get away from that mindset. I want to get away from the mindset of that and be more proactive with it.
It definitely sounds to me like you're breaking those generational curses, multiple ones in itself. So big ups to that.
Yeah.
Because I talk about nursing. Like, yeah, I have some nurses in my family as well. So like you have a household full of heroes there. And like I remember in high school, you remember those home aid techs that could lead to nursing programs? Like, man, it's a lot of information. Itis, allergies.
Yeah.
So I can imagine. So much obliged.
She does it. I figured, I'm taking care of us now. I figure if you get your RN, if I ever fall off, we good,
Y'all great.
Yeah.
Y'all like that. They're like that couple that's on what's the shows with buying houses and flipping properties. Like, we're the couple. We want a $25 billion house. This is what we do.
I wish one day.
Hey.
No. So I got a question for both you and Michael. What kept y'all like focused during y'all whole journey or whatever to keep y'all from, being how can I say keep from being doubtful, you know what I mean, about the situation? Cause when people get in certain situations that may be too big for them to handle, they kind of, lose hope in a way and stuff like that. So like what kept y'all like focused, like,
like
this is something. this is something that we got, got to get taken care of or whatnot, because it's life or death at this moment.
Mike, you got this?
He's still on mute, Michael.
My bad. Go ahead, Edwin. You're our guest. So
Okay. Man, in the beginning, I was just thinking like, you know what? I still got, be honest. I was like, okay, everything else has failed, but I still have my fiance. You know what I'm saying? And once that went sideways, that was the straw that broke the camel's back. So I actually got, like I said before, it went pretty deep, and it was me not wanting to be scared of something, of death, you know what I'm saying? Like not wanting to be scared of it. I wanted to, I didn't want to, I wanted to die on my feet, you know what I'm saying? Like as a man, like I wanted to be, I wanted to, be like, okay, this is part of, this was part of the plan. I always thought like if I ever died or in a car accident or whatever it was, that this was just my time to go. You know what I'm saying? I've always had that mindset. So going through that was one of the things that helped me. And after more, I guess more after surgery, it was God, it was definitely God, who I felt spoke to me in many different ways, that he had a plan for me, you know what I'm saying? And I a lot of people say that, and I didn't used to say it, but there really was a plan. And I've always told myself, if anything I can do for the Lord would be to be his soldier in this war between good and evil, you know what I'm saying, somehow. And I wanted to be that general, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to just be that, that soldier. I was like, I wanted to lead it. So I felt like, being a preacher is a calling. It's not something you could do as a job. You have to be called to do that, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to lead people, you know what I'm saying, into, salvation. And that's extremely, extremely, extremely important. So I didn't feel like I would wanted to go into that, because unless I was called upon. Uh, so with that being said, I just I knew that, what I was going through was like a warrior's journey, if you look at books and stories throughout history, throughout time, every warrior has a journey that they go through, and from beginning to end. And it's a lot during that journey. They fight lions, or they lose the love of their life, and you know what I'm saying? And all types of stuff happens in that journey, but it's part of it.
Testimony.
Yes. And I'm like, okay. And so I started thinking of it like that. And I'm like, yeah, this is what it is. This is my journey. It's my time. You know what I'm saying? And I want to come out victorious. If I want to be a general in the army, I gotta have some scars. You know what I'm saying? You
right.
got some, Mike, no, he got some scars.
Yeah, you know, with a lot of them.
Yeah. So that's how we get identified. So yeah, that's what got me through it, thinking like that, having that type of mindset.
Okay.
But
That's a major preparation in itself to be willing to, accept the fact, like, okay, this is what I have to do. And I had to accept, like, I'm gonna go through it and get it done. That's like really like staring like everything in its face.
Yep.
Coming through, like you said, coming through, standing on the other side.
And I don't fear anything anymore. I mean, I get scared. Yeah, that's a normal feeling as a human being. But to really fear something, I don't. I don't fear anything. I don't think there's anything that could scare me to the point where, I won't, nothing. Just nothing. It's because of who's got my back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And where I'm hopefully going. It's a strange feeling, I can tell you that.
Gotcha.
Because you got to think, like, there's not many people around you that feel that way. So when something happens and you're just looking at them like, well, it's okay. It's going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. We good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Like there's people, I'm sure there's many times that I've been through enough to feel the same way. But like you said, it's about you to keep going. And there's not a lot of people that could actually face those type of challenges in life and aren't willing to give up. And like you said, like going through a depression and coming out on the other side.
Man, yeah.
Major thing that could take you under in so many aspects.
Yeah, I've tried to commit suicide, and it put me in the hospital, put me in rehab. I was still active duty, and it didn't work. Luckily, that was another flag right there. I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm supposed to be here. Um, I y'all probably laugh, but I in the beginning I thought I saw death, and I used to sleep downstairs because upstairs it was too hot and I couldn't breathe. And I would sleep downstairs and my dog would come up and downstairs. My ex-fiance would sleep up in the room and he would just come, I could hear his like claws going. He was a German Shepherd and I could hear his paws every now and then walking up and downstairs, checking on me and stuff like that. And then one day I was like, something I felt really scared all of a sudden, I was laying down there and I was thinking, where's Tyson? Where's Tyson? And I'd open my eyes and there was like a black cloud just standing right there in my living room, like the head, the foot of me. And I was like, I know who that is, obviously. And I was like, I'm so
Ooh.